Hello everybody, today's Friday, May 22nd, 2020, and I'm here with Mrs. Patterson and with Mr. Gammon, and we're here to have just a little chat with you today, spread some good news, and just update you to keep you posted. Mr. Gammon and I, just so everybody knows on the record, we work for Mrs. Patterson. We may be walking around with the radios, but this lady right here, she's the one who runs the show here, and we both know that, and we are fine with that, and we accept that. So we're just, Mrs. Patterson, thanks for being here today. You are just such a joy to have around. We have a couple things to share this morning. We're going to kick off with Thought Exchange to let you know, seniors, congratulations, you're doing an awesome job. At the end of the day today, we'll be taking a look, as well as over the weekend, to see what your rankings, when you did the stars on your Thought Exchange, what you thought was most important. We're going to try to incorporate, as we mentioned before, several, if not as many as we possibly can, of those wishes that you had. And then that will be coming out next week. In addition to what's going to be coming out next week, will also be the final grading plan, so everyone sees how that's going to work. We're also going to be talking a little bit about the end of year plans for all students, seniors obviously, but things like honors convocation and Bulldog Pride Awards. That's what Mr. Gammon and Mrs. Patterson are going to talk about. So I'll kick it off to Mr. Gammon to talk a little bit about Bulldog Pride Awards.
Good morning, guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're getting through that last push of academic work. Like Mr. D has said, you guys all have 3 to 5 things to be working on here at the end of the year. Get those done. It's not a lot. Mr. D and I are going to be sitting down at some point here and looking at what people have done with those competencies and what you did up to the point where we left and determining what happens for next year. So get those done, and I hope you're getting outside. Weather's great now. Take that time to discover or rediscover some activities that maybe will last a lifetime. So I hope you're doing well. We miss you guys. Honors convocation, Mrs. Patterson will talk about in a minute. But Bulldog Pride, we're going to announce the Bulldog Pride winners next Friday. So on this show next Friday, we'll announce them. And we're not going to announce what award you're getting or from what teacher, because you're going to get a packet sent home with a personal note from that teacher describing why they chose you, and also the award and a copy of the program that would have been at the ceremony. So that's coming up. Last thing, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, come get your lockers. I had a million requests to clean out lockers. Everyone needed their locker. We emptied out the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and I think 2 people showed up to pick up a locker. So they're filling up the space in the cafeteria. So please, between this week and next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, not Memorial Day, 10:30 to 1, come grab your locker. But once again, we'll do Bulldog Pride next week, and like Mr. D said, Mrs. Patterson's the brain trust behind that too, but we'll announce that next week. But now back to Mr. D.
Yeah, so Mrs. Patterson will never brag, so I'm going to brag for her. What she did is she came to Mr. Gammon and I said, hey, listen, we really want to make this honors convocation as real as it possibly could be, considering the fact that we're on a pause. So Mrs. Patterson was the person behind organizing a convocation program with everyone's name in it, and we're really doing our absolute best to make sure that you have almost everything you had if we were in session. And the credit goes to this lady right here, because she's worked tireless hours trying to track down the teachers who are going to speak on behalf of each student and getting those letters, because she wants to mail those home. I'll let her explain all that. But again, thank you, huge thank you to Mrs. Patterson. And without further ado, we'll let her do some announcing of the kids and let us know what's happening.
Good morning, everybody. I miss all of you. I'm not as good at this as these guys, but just bear with me. So honors convocation, unfortunately, obviously couldn't gather and do it. But you're still going to get all of the goodies that you would have gotten that night. And I know when you filled out your questionnaire for me, you picked some of your favorite teachers over the course of your school career. So coming home will be a surprise to see who would have spoke for you. You'll get their speech. But I just want to congratulate everyone that did make honors convocation. It's a pretty tough thing to do. There's a couple different gateways to get there, but it's a pretty high achievement. It's pretty tough to make this little booklet. So congratulations go to Lauren Connor, Maddie DeWater, Anna Evans, Jenna Fazio, Mackenzie Garger, Sydney Hong, Grace Krebix, Amelia Kwok, Anthony Maggio, Joey Mentry, Kara Monteleone, Nina Monteleone, Phil Morgan, Oliver Owen, Dylan Rohde, Micah Ross, Kimmy Serio, Gina Tett, Cody Van Ostrand, and McKenna Wilkins. Congratulations to all of you.
Good job.
Congratulations. I think that was also the cast of the musical too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Patterson. All right, we're going to close by saying this. A couple of reminders. Next week, we'll be able to publish verbally here the final grading policy. You're in control of one thing. It's what you do. Right now, that's what you're in control of. So get your competency practiced over the next couple weeks and met when the teachers offer that to you. Secondly, ending year plans will be a little bit more solid on calendar dates and times. We'll be spreading that out next week, just so you're aware of that. As Mr. Gammon said, get outside. This is a long weekend. Go for a walk. It's supposed to be beautiful weather. Enjoy your family. And as always, we're going to talk about three things. Number one, we love you. We miss you terribly, okay? Remember the commandment to love one another. Call somebody, whether they're old or young or whoever it is, family, whatever. Call somebody. Reach out. Be that person who sheds a little bit of light on their life. And as always, remember, God bless y'all. We love you, and have a good rest of the day.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.